What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is Blaze again with King's Critiques, and we're back for the final portion of what we have for the time being of Watanare. And this will either be uploaded in the last Monday of January or the first Monday of February. Hopefully, you guys had a good first month of the new year. I'm recording this, New Year's Eve, so hopefully the first month of the new year is good for me. Maybe by the time this is uploaded, the subscriber count will be a little closer to that 1K. Smile. That said, though, the Kaho arc has been fun so far, and she herself has not quite admitted her love for Renako, albeit it is definitely there. And the stuff with Mai and Ajisai has been progressed kinda sorta. Which, on that topic, as I predicted about halfway through the last episode based on where things were going, Kaho and Renako were at their cosplay thing. Satsuki, too, apparently helping out one of Renako's sister's friends. And Mai and Ajisai, well, they're on their own date there. So, how will they feel when they discover all three of their other friends there and competing? Suppose that is what we shall see. Let me know your thoughts on where that's going to end and how excited you are for probably another 5 or 6 episodes to come at some point in the near future. Because 6 episodes for another core to a season or a season itself is not enough, so we know there's a little bit more coming. That all said, don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe, and let the whole video run through if you're not going to hang out for the watch. Yeah, if you're not going to hang out for conversation to help me with the watch time, because that's highly appreciated. That said, let's get into things, shall we? Hey, maybe that's the plan. Just saying, you three get along. Damn, now you're just thinking about a whole change of plans, huh? Hey, listen, that's a good thing, isn't it? You thought about it, Ajisai. You did, just for a moment. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Again, Rema friends, Rema is just basically her ship name, so, it's kind of funny how this section of things is basically building blocks to, we know the probable of that suggestion, and honestly, Mai does seem like a reasonable enough person to start thinking of it on her own to suggest to Renako, and Ajisai does seem like she'd be willing enough to go with it, so... Listen, that phrase sounds a whole lot better in French, I'm just saying. Oh, well, that's the first one that she spots is Satsuki. Yep. Awkward. Hey, 7 out of 8 still is not bad. That means you're not last. Oh no. Did she bring Ajisai to find them? Why does it... Okay, no. For 2 seconds, it literally looks like she had dragged Ajisai over there. I don't think she's even seen Ajisai yet. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, well, at least Renako can get them back for you later. Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah, that probably was something nobody was expecting. Even more surprising that Mai's somewhere in the building too. Y'all have to have a little friendly get together. I don't think that's how it works. Most normies don't do cosplay. A lot of them probably are the photographers, but you can't just outwardly say Mai asked you to come. She threatened murder for coming. Yeah. I won't. Who else wants to press that little X button? Of course, for Ajisai, she's gonna pass it. And the annoyance. No, you totally are. And you're blushing. Pretty sure I've only seen that happen from Mai and Renako. Look, cosplay ears twitching as they badger her. Chopping them both is rude, by the way. Hey, Renako tries. That's especially an X. Yeah, she aggravates you, but you also care for her. Yeah, no, that seemed a little forced. I think that whole thing of Satsuki being mostly into Mai and a little into Renako might have Ajisai joining in that a little bit too. Because she does not seem to mind being pampered. As if that didn't give it away, I guess. If Moon didn't invite you, who did? Blip. Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's a surprise to 3 of them. As a date, by the way, which could be going so much better. All 3 looking so expectantly at her, and they're like, and yeah, and she's just like, fine. Yeah, like, what is the problem if all 5 of you are together on your day off? Like, y'all are friends, you can be together. Y'all are eventually going to be more than friends, y'all can be together on off school days. I think, Satsuki's whole fuck you, you, and you personality does weaken a little bit when it comes to her friends. Oh, come on. Stop the way this show does that fadeaway thing with loud noises over top of what someone says irritates the shit out of me. Because, like, I already could assume what Mai said, like, earlier to Satsuki. I could not assume what Satsuki just said about Mai. Which one of them called out to her directly? I think it was Renako. Oh no, it was Ajisai who called out directly to her. What'd she have to say? Did she catch what Satsuki said? Is she about to raise a point about it? Because that would be kind of like rude and inappropriate to do in front of everybody. Especially because there's the crowd murmuring, wondering what's going on. You could have just approached her in back privately. But nah, what's so important? You gotta say it out here. Is this gonna be like a public confession? Maybe that public 3-way confession? Yeah, I kind of had a feeling she was gonna call Renako up there too. And Satsuki forcing her. But I feel like from down there, Kaho's probably going to just slap her in the ass and force her forward. Mai doesn't need you. That look says otherwise. Anticipating, even. I figured she was just going to smack her right on the ass, not just forcefully shove her, but that works too. Maybe that's what she had said to Satsuki before and what Satsuki relayed to her, which is the exact reason why they're doing this now. But to do it in such a public stage for an introvert like Renako, like going through her memory about everything that had happened and all the nice stuff, all the romantic stuff. I'm just saying, did that have to stick out in her head special? I mean, I understand why it was the first kiss, but yeah, the girlfriend being a celebrity part is like crazy, but it happens on occasion for like very attractive people or really big celebrities to date normal people. It's rare, but it does happen. Unfortunately, that's how you get people like Pete Davidson. I'm partially kidding. He was on SNL. Where he got picked up for that, I don't know. But he did weirdly get a lot more going on after he started banging Kim Kardashian. I'm just saying. Like, she ain't much of a celebrity either, at least to normal people, but take what you can, right? Literally on a stage in front of hundreds of people. Definitely a bigger moment than Renako could have ever imagined, and the bitch is going to probably break down after all this is said and done with. And even she's chiming in like, yeah, that was actually kind of a dick move making us both wait. I think the even crazier part, too, is the fact that doing this in front of a bunch of fucking otakus and shit, literally all of them are probably sitting there eating it up. Like, the ones the most on edge are probably Satsuki and Kaho, but everyone else just eating it up because it's like something straight out of a manga. Obviously. Living out in front of their eyes. And frankly, I feel like if I saw something like this too, I'd just be kind of like locked in on it and interested in what was going to happen. Nope. Mai, there's a butt coming. Like, it is not just your butt between those curtains. There is a butt coming from Renako. But, man, the tension. There's the butt. Now, hold on. Like, excuse my morality for this for 2 seconds, you whiny people. But, like, that just direct chest-to-chest push of, you have to listen to me here. That whole big build of the, I'll just date both of you, and now just shattered into the, we're in a public space, I just admitted my feelings for both of you, we're in a public space. Of course you'd say that, Satsuki. And before I just says like, wait, Mai pushed you off the roof? Nah, but like, if the entire crowd does not cheer for them after this, I. You two are still arguing about. I thought this was the consensus they were both gonna come to anyway. It's not two timing. Like, if y'all love each other, then it's just mutual. Hey, is it two timing though? Because, like, if all three of you agree to it, that's not two timing. It's only two timing if, like, y'all don't agree on it. Or, like, one of y'all goes and does something without telling the other afterward. You know, if y'all go on a one-on-one date and don't, like, share deets with Mai afterward, that'd be two timing. You know, if her and Mai go on a date without sharing the details after, that'd be two timing. You know, but, well, life isn't long if you get what you want. But yes, weird things can happen. That's also fair. She's been in the closet for the entire show so far. No, I think that's what she was referring to. They need each other as well as you. You know, this was probably a position I wanted to happen at some point anyway, in that laundry list she gave Renako in, like, episode 3. Okay, but, like, who could deny a girl looking like this saying that kind of thing? I'm just saying. Okay, but, like, I understand her point on it could make things harder, but, like, what's harder? Waiting for her to make a choice between the two of you, offending one of any of you, having one of your best friends leave the country to completely avoid the conversation, or giving it a try? Because, like, worst case scenario, Mai gets offended and just runs off to France anyway. And then, like, Satsuki detaches from the group, resenting Renako. But you'd still have Kaho, so you might lose 2/5 of your group, but at least you tried. Also, I'm gonna say if she does not kiss both of them, I will be even more upset than if the crowd does not cheer. Can I get the frame without the... No, come on, I want us to... No, I'll just take the top half. Fine. I needed a good thumbnail image, and this is a perfect thumbnail image for this. They're crying. I'm crying. No kiss or crowd cheering? Listen. Okay, kind of deserved, but she was able to afford her new PlayStation. Satsuki's fucking injecting herself into it. This bitch. Is that, like, literally the last second of the whole thing, pretty much? No, I got, like, did we get a reaction from Renako about that? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna imagine we're probably gonna get another, like, handful of episodes to finish off the season proper then. Oh my god. God, waiting 2 extra months, or one extra month, 1.5 months, to see this sucked so bad, but it was so good. Like, yeah, I am still so heavily aggravated with every bit of self-loathing that Renako has, but at least she's, like, starting to come around to it a little bit. Like, I know I had a lot of comparisons and shit talk and all that, but, like, this is way, way more pure, way more enjoyable than any sort of male harem anime out there. Because, like, it's all the same. And in this case, it's just so much different. Like, this is the first Yuri harem show that admits to being a Yuri harem. And I just... Oh, hopefully we won't have to wait forever to see more of it animated, because, like, apparently a 6th girl gets involved at some point, and, like, obviously Satsuki's portion of actually asking to actively join the relationship, because that's totally not just a way to be able to smooch Mai. Like, I can't wait to see how that portion of things is going to go, too. Satsuki trying to convince all three of them to join in, because convincing Mai and Renako might be one thing. Convincing Ajisai, that's going to be completely different. Especially because, honestly, I think she might play a little bit of a submissive role to Ajisai, too, based on what we saw in that last episode. But, did I just binge all of the episodes of this in one sitting? Because I could think of no better way to, spend a day in general, let alone New Year's Eve, than watching just really good content, and that is some of the best content I could watch. Honestly, if it was already so dark out there, I would probably also try and jam in a couple episodes of Watanabe. Maybe I'll work on that next week, but... Or next week, not next week, tomorrow or whatever. For now, however, I'm ending it off here with I hope this is not, all we're getting for a long time. Hopefully they, release more episodes proper within the next couple of months. Because, it was such good eating. Yeah, there was a bunch of emotional shit and mental shit going on, but at least that was just primarily for that first episode back. And then the rest of it was all, oh, woe is me, how do I handle two different girls? Oh, wait, that's how. But, again, I will say I'm upset there was no, public reaction, considering they were all on the stage doing that in front of a bunch of people. So the fact they didn't just animate at the end like a crowd cheering or something does disappoint me a little bit. The fact we didn't get to see a double smooch disappoints me even more, because I would love to see her go from kissing Mai, turning, kissing Ajisai properly, and just leaving off there. But overall, these last several episodes have been really fun, and like I said at the top of the thing, hopefully your first month of 2026 has been really fun, cool, and awesome. Hopefully by the time it actually happens for me, some things, go right. I have an Alienware computer and aren't where I want to be in the jobscape or, love life's sake. But hey, maybe a month can make a difference. And maybe I can water pill myself like Renako, not Renako, like Kaho did, using these like she did the contacts. I'll keep you updated on that much. But for now, let me know your thoughts on the episodes we got as a whole. This episode specifically, their three-way relationship starting, Satsuki trying to butt into it and make it a four-way relationship, but we knew that was going to happen anyway, And as I said a bit ago, I don't know of any places I can go to watch, lots of manga, even if it makes me, have to consider joining the Straw Hat crew for just a way to put it. Because I really would love to get into reading the manga, reading more manga. I got the first two editions of the Dress Up Darling manga for Christmas, and honestly, I might read through those by 3 and 4, etc., just so I can read it more to my own time, because that is my favorite straight rom-com period. But this actually, high-key, might be one of, if not my favorite, direct Yuri rom-com to exist. Because, there's a lot of stuff that's, Yuri bait, I'm uploading so much of that as is. Your Slime 300, your Ninkoro, that kind of thing. And then there's we will show you all of it. And, without a bunch of depression. There's a bunch of Yuri stuff I've seen where it's a bunch of depression and I've dropped it for that reason. What the fuck was that name of the one? I forgot about the name of the one. Basically, she likes girl, but she's cucking her by fucking a guy. That kind of thing. There's actually at least 2 or 3 of those, I think. Regardless, let me know all your thoughts about this, and maybe specifically comment below other things like this, to where it's just, pure, light-hearted Yuri rom-coms. Because I know there's a lot of those that do exist, a lot that are coming out, and I'm going to eat up every single one of them coming out. But as usual in general, let me know about anything else I should check out this season, next season, or in general. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the gaming channel, ring both bells like Facebook, follow Twitter, and Blue Sky to keep updated with things. TikTok, Patreon, get the full unedited visual and audio, the stuff that would be uploaded here without all the being cut down. Go follow on Twitch, subscribe for benefits, can do so at Twitch, Prime for free, and until next time, Ben the Blazer King with King's Critique, out for now. Peace.